Hey, all you squirrely little adventurers. Today we have a new video. So don't forget to subscribe, like this video, follow over on Instagram, Tattooed Squirrel, for a lot more squirrely adventures. So here we go. Let's get started. As you can see on the table, and most of you know who have followed me for any extended amount of time know that I've been through several windshields on my Bronco. So as such, I tagged ExoShield, and the folks over at ExoShield have agreed to provide me with a kit. I do have another kit here. This is not actually the kit. This is the film, just the film. And then this one has the kit. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open this one up to show you what the contents are of the kit. And then we will move over to the Broncos to do an install video. So as you can see, they come in this nice little box. So you're gonna wanna go ahead and open this box up. These kits are for the 2021 Bronco. So as you pull it out, you'll have a tube. So this tube is your film. Inside the tube are some contents. Here's a duck and a bag. So let's put our funnel here. Open up the bag itself. Here is a microfiber cloth, some slip solution, handle, two blades, spray bottle, and a window safe scrubby. So this is what you're going to get inside the kit. So everything you see here is what you get in the kit. So now what we'll do is we'll move on over and to the Bronco, and we will get that prepared and get it installed. Show you how that's done. So hang tight, we'll be right back. Okay guys, so now that we've got the Broncos in the garage, one of the biggest things that they talk about all the time is having a place that you can install the ExoShield to your Bronco windshield without having a whole lot of dust. So we are in my garage right now getting ready to do the install. Now I want to point out a couple different things. Some of you will just have a Bronco that doesn't have any accessories except for maybe a grill guard that's like this. One that's basically clean. The only thing that we really have to work around on this Bronco is the radio antenna and the factory AM FM radio antenna. Now on this Bronco there is a little more in detail that we have to work around. We have radio antenna, ditch lights, limb risers. All of this stuff are the Gobi rack, Gobi windshield roof rack. All of this stuff are potential hazards in a sense when it comes to installing your ExoShield on your Bronco. So bear in mind with that. So with that being said, there is a little bit of prep work with this one. To make this an easier install, we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove the limb risers and then we will move on to doing the install of the ExoShield. Now again, as I've stated before, as you can see, there's no vinyl on this windshield, and that's because it's on the wall over there. At Super Celebration East last month, I again took a rock strike to the windshield. So this one here is number 4 since ownership of my Bronco. That's again one of the reasons why ExoShield reached out to me. I kind of reached out to them a little bit through social media, and we were able to come together and utilize their product on my windshield to hopefully not get a 5th strike. And while we were at it, I went ahead and purchased an additional film to put it on the Ken Barbie Bronco. Now, I am doing the install a couple days prior to us leaving to go to Kentucky to do the Daniel Boone Backcountry Byway Run with some of the folks from Central Kentucky Bronco Club. So, now we'll move on to the prep work, and then we will move on to the actual installation process. So I'll go ahead and I'll speed up the prep work so that you're not sitting here trying to figure out what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to stop her right there for just a second. I want to touch on something real quick. I obviously have my own mixture here. However, I do want to say that when you're doing something, anything with the windshield, and if you're going to be having the doors open, it's best practice when you're doing stuff like this to go ahead and pull your mirrors forward and roll your windows down, because you don't want the possibility of the windshield, the window, side window, and leaning against it and actually busting. So now I'll continue with the cleaning process to prep the window, which is not going to be a whole lot on this one, just due to the fact that this was just replaced just a few days ago. So, look at this. Capri Sun with no straw. Quick way to fix that. Make me a little opening right here. My knife. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so let's talk about the initial DIY review for the ExoShield Ultra. Cleaning. Cleaning is the most important thing. I cannot stress that enough. I am in a completely controlled environment. No fans running, nothing like that. And I still ran into a couple issues with some stuff getting up underneath of the protection film. Luckily for me, it was down around the bottom, the black portion of the windshield, so it won't be noticeable. Again, what they provide in the kit, one was a kit, one was just a shield. If you got multiple Broncos, you can just do one kit and then one shield. The kit again comes with a microfiber, warning label, instructions. If you are comfortable with doing DIY, you can go ahead and scan the QR code that comes with the instructions, and they will take you to ExoShield's page where you will get a video of Jesse showing you how to install the DIY kit. You get a red blade, which is more of a flimsy blade, white blade, which is a more firm blade, window safe scouring pad, what they call slip solution and or Dawn, spray bottle, and a duck horsey, and a bag. So my advice is to keep the tubes. You may need those later on when it comes time to replace your windshield film. Over here I do have some cleaner that I used thanks to the Safe Light guy. He left that with me after the third replacement. So all in all, it's a fairly simple process to install it with one person. It would make it a lot easier to do it with two people. However, you can do it. So with that being said, we'll see how the film performs. Right now, both Broncos are actually outside, sitting in the sun and baking. On my Bronco, I did have a little bit of an issue with the film not wanting to stick. And that may be because of my solution that I did. I put just a little more of the Dawn in there, so that could have a lot to do with it. So when they recommend 4 to 5 drops, stay with 4 to 5 drops in this spray bottle. It'll help the film adhere better. And if it's hot outside, this is not a paid advertisement for Capri Sun, but make sure you hydrate. And yes, I have been drinking water, so I am hydrated. All in all, ExoShield, we'll see how it performs over the next few months. The folks over at ExoShield have agreed to allow me to give you guys a 10% coupon code. So when you go to ExoShield and you put a kit and or the film in your cart, don't forget to add discount code SQRL for 10% off. With that being said, thanks for watching. Hit like, subscribe, and share with your friends, because you never know. I am sure my insurance company is getting a little bit tired of spending $1,200 every time that I need my windshield replaced. Now, let me touch on that real quick before I let you go. An OEM windshield from Safelite is right around just under $1,300. Aftermarket windshields, if you decide to go that route, if you're in a state where you don't have windshield replacement, the aftermarket one can be anywhere from $600 to $800. So that's completely on you as to where you want to have your vehicle windshield, whether it be aftermarket or OEM. I will tell you that aftermarket does not have the Bronco and then established in 1966 with the accessory ready at the top. That is strictly an OEM feature on the windshields. So again, thanks for watching. Head on over to ExoShield. Go ahead and click their subscribe button as well. Hit subscribe, like this video, comment, tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like, and head on over to Instagram and follow Tattooed Squirrel and ExoShield. There may be something in the works. Have a great day. Tattooed Squirrel.